Hi, welcome to Product Review by Robojax. My name is Ahmad Shamshiri. In this video, we are going to do the review of this SIN9020 90 volts 20 ampere battery protection, charged solar and load control module. This has OverVoltage protection, OverCurrent protection, OverPower protection, time protection, overcapacity protection, low voltage protection that can be used with this relay. So it can protect either your battery from load or your battery from the charger or solar panel that you connect. It's very useful module. You can get the data sheet and other files related to this by clicking the link below the video in the description, which will take you to robojax.com/learn/Arduino. Let's get started with this. This is a great product. Many people will need this definitely for many applications because it has a relay and it has a meter with 20 ampere meter, and it can work up to 90 volts. So it will be 1.8 kilowatt load can be controlled with this in DC. So you can use it with your solar charger, with the battery charger, and protect your battery and load. And it has tons of features. It can operate separately with 12 volts to control the relay and make it work, but the device itself, it has OverVoltage protection, OverPower protection, OverCurrent protection, time limit protection, capacity, and low voltage protection. Everything can be displayed, and all of these can be set separately so you can control it. The module can be installed on a panel easily, and this can be connected, and you can connect your wires. So when this disconnects for any of the reason, over voltage, current, power, or whatever, it will disconnect the load. In order for this to operate, we need separate power, which it needs 12 volts. So you have to supply 12 volts for this to operate. You can use it to just monitor, for example, capacity or energy, and do not use the relay to disconnect. In that case, you don't need the 12 volts, so you can use it directly. Also, you can monitor capacity of the battery. For example, you want to drain 9 ampere hour from the battery or 20 ampere hour, so you can do so on. And also, when you charge the battery, also you can set amount of energy that goes to the battery in terms of capacity, so you can set that and it will stop it. It has this shunt resistor here. All current will pass through this, and there is a voltage, and the voltage is measured by the microcontroller in here, so we can read it. I bought this from Sun store for $17.90 from AliExpress, and as you can see, you will receive it in 60 business days, which will be around 80 or 90 days, but you can pay more to a little speed it up depending on the region. The shipping will change. So they have this link for the manual. I provide you the manual so you don't have to worry about it. The meter is SIN9020, but all other AliExpress or Chinese products, they don't worry about the model. They put long title. They have the model without the relay, without the protection, so you will see it like that. But the one that I purchased is this one, so I have no affiliation with them. And this is the package, how they ship to you. It has label here 90 volts 20 ampere. Let's see. So this is the module. We have external relay. The voltage can be set up to 10 millivolts, current 10 milliampere, and capacity 10 milliampere hour. And the time that you set is minimum is 1 minute. And here are the values. For OverVoltage protection, you can set from 10 millivolts to 90 volts. OverPower protection from 10 milliwatt to 9.99 kilowatt, that's 10 kilowatt. and UnderVoltage Protection, also up to 90 volts. OverCurrent Protection 0.1, which is 100 milliampere to 100 ampere, but that's can be set on the screen, but the sensor can measure only up to 20 ampere. This overcharge protection, the amount of charge or capacity from 10 milliampere hour to 999 ampere hour, and for the time 0.01 hour to 99.99 hours. Continuously, this needs 150 milliampere to operate when it's activated. So from this 12 volts, it will need continuously 150 milliampere. There is Arduino based overcurrent protection. I will provide you the link. You can watch that because that will be very customizable. Let me explain the module. The module has one OK and then up and down. This OK can be pressed longer or shorter to have different feature or function, which I'm going to explain. And then this arrow will increase or decrease the value. On this side, we have this bunch of connectors, bunch of wires with this connector that you can connect to this relay control module. And here we have a jumper here. If you're using this relay and connector, you must put it on this side, and otherwise you will put it on the other side like that. So I'm putting it on this side, which will allow me. And then this connector, I just removed it. You do not make mistake because it has some notch, and it will be connected and it will work like this. Now let me explain the wiring. For the device, we can use your battery with a charger, or we can use your battery with a load. Now let me explain this charger. For the charger, from the battery, from the positive, you just connect a direct wire to your charger, and then from the negative of your battery, bring it to this left terminal, and then from the second, from the right, from this terminal, connect it to the negative of the charger. And then after that, we just need a small wire from the positive to this point. The job of this wire is to allow voltage to be read, so the device knows what is the voltage of your battery. Make sure that this wire is very thick, because if you pay attention here, this is AWG12. This can handle up to 60 ampere. So appropriately, you have to select your wire. These wires, these black and red, but this wire doesn't matter. And then you need to connect a 12 volts to this point. Negative is at the top, positive is at the bottom. So this is for the protection, or when the protection disconnects the battery, we still have power, so it operates. Otherwise, it will not work. Now, this was when you use it as a charger. This can be used the same way with a solar panel. If you have a solar panel coming to a charger, you can connect it directly. But you cannot connect the solar panel here because it will damage your battery. You need a charger controller with constant current. This is very important. You cannot have just a power supply, because this cannot reduce the current. It just connects and disconnects. Very important. And then if you want to use it as a load, you just remove the charger and then put the load like this, and everything else is exactly the same as it is. Now the difference between charger and load is that in this case, here is the direction. The negative comes and passes like that through the relay. It goes, and the positive also comes here. So it's coming from battery to the load this way. And on the device, you will be able to read the direction here with the red arrow, which I'm going to demonstrate it. And when you're using it with solar, now the arrows are back. If you pay attention here, now from the charger it comes, it goes through the relay. From this point, it goes to the negative, and the positive is just going directly to the battery. This way, now we are charging the battery. but there is no current. You can see that there is 40 milliampere incorrect reading. The reason for that is because this can measure up to 20,000 milliampere. In terms of percent, that is okay to have incorrect reading. So currently this is the input voltage at this point from the battery, and I've not connected to anything. So let me show you how you can set over voltage protection. Right now you see this green circle, it means over voltage protection is on, and also over current protection is on. And when you want to connect the output on and off, just press this and it will be green. Now the output is connected. In this case, the arrow shows this way, meaning it goes to the load or to motor, whatever you have. But if you're using it as a charger, then this arrow will be on the other way, which I'm going to demonstrate it. Now this cursor, the yellow is at this point. I can go with this up arrow and I can reach here the over voltage protection. And now I can press OK and hold it. And you can see we have set it to 12 volts, 12.6 volts. And with this arrow, now I can increase or decrease it. So now, and once, for example, 12.6, it was a battery that I set, and press OK and hold it until you exit. Now this is not active, it is gray. And the cursor is, while the cursor is there, just press, now it will be active. Demonstrate now over voltage protection. Over voltage protection is on. The voltage is 7.7 volts and over voltage value is 12.6. As soon as I increase the voltage, as you can see, it showed, and this arrow is not green, which means the relay is now, and it is turned off. So the relay is now not consuming any current. The power is disconnected. Now if I reduce the voltage back, it will not work until you press this OK while the cursor is at the out. Now I turned it on and then the relay is engaged. Now 160 milliampere is being consumed, so that's why I said you have to have 250 milliampere at this 12 volts at this point. Let me demonstrate over power protection. And the power is shown here. Let's go and set it. I'm turning off the. I'm going to OPP and hold it. It says nothing. There is no limit or something. So let's set it. Let me put it 12 watts, so 12 watt, and then hold and exit. So we are out. Now we have to turn it on by pressing this button. When it is green, over power protection is on. Power protection is on, and I'm turning on my load. And as you can see, it shows here 11.14 watt, and we set that to 12. Let me increase it slowly. I'm increasing the voltage, but you pay attention to the power. As soon as you see it that it has been disconnected and relay also clicked, and now the protection is there and nothing passes between the battery and the load. So the load is now disconnected. Now let me demonstrate over current protection. We come to over current and hold it, and it is set now to 1 ampere. Let's make it 2 amp. So, and then hold and exit, and it is off now. And let me turn off the OverPower Protection so they will not interfere with our work. and come back to OverCurrent Protection and turn it on. Let me turn on the output. So the output is now on. There is no current. Let me put the current. It's 1 ampere. So now let me increase the current so you can see it. So I'm increasing it 1.2, 1.4. So this is the current. When it reaches to 2 ampere, it will disconnect. Pay attention, this will also go off, the green. So it is disconnected. So that was OverCurrent Protection. Now let me demonstrate the timeout protection, this OFT. They just used OFT. So let's go down and then press it. So we can do, this is hour and minute. Let's put it for 2 minutes and exit. So now it's on. Let's see. I set the current to 10 ampere. Do not worry. So let's turn this on. Now it's on. What does it do? It will start from now. So it just blinked. But still we have current, so we have to see that this will turn off. So 2 minutes on top of 1 passed and it was disconnected. And here at this spot it shows 74 degrees Celsius if I put my screwdriver at this spot exactly and here. So it's 72 degrees Celsius. 20 ampere is being drawn here. Now let's see if we set this, connecting it as charger, and we are charging a battery and we want to set certain capacity. For example, because this one I want it to be done quickly, we want to pour 1 ampere hour, 1.5 ampere hour into this battery. Press an OK and let's change it to 0.5 because I want to do this example very quickly. So right now I have connected a charger here that is charging this battery. So now after this press OK and hold it until you exit, and then with a cursor go down and one more time until you come here. Do not worry, you don't see it, you do not worry when it went, do not worry, just press this and it's 0. So now the capacity is empty and we want to put this amount, which is 0.5 ampere hour. So now with the cursor come up, so you see it, ampere hour is on, go to out, and as you can see, because this is now battery, the arrow is the other way and battery is being charged. 0.5 ampere hour, it should turn off. The color changed after 25%. If the voltage changes significantly, the calculation is disturbed. So this is not properly designed to take care of the fluctuation, too much fluctuation in the voltage. So it got disconnected even though it was not 0.5. So we are at 46%. 0.2 it just blanked, but fortunately still continues. Let's see. So let's see, 80%. As you can see, now it's 0.42, 84%, so this will be 0.5 when it's 100%. .98, 0.9, and turned off. So this is how overcapacity protection will work. Now let's go to the low voltage protection. Come to the low voltage protection and hold it. Now it's not active, it's 0. Let's change it. Let's say the voltage is 9 volts, and if this goes 8 volts, it should disconnect. Let me increase it to 8 volts. So below 8, it should disconnect. Hold and exit. Now turn it on, green. Go, turn on the output. So now it's 9. Let me reduce the voltage. Pay attention. 8.4, I will reduce it to 8. Below 8, it should turn off. As you can see, it was turned off and the voltage now increased. So I have to turn on. Now 8.4. As soon as it went below, it turned off. That's nice, it worked. Thank you for watching the tutorial from Robojax. If you learned something and found this useful, please thumb up, as this will help my video in the search algorithm of YouTube. If you have comment or question, please post it at the comment section below. I try to answer and reply. And don't forget to subscribe so you get updates of my upcoming videos. In this video we are going to do the review of this Hayden's T18 battery capacity monitor and protection device. That it has two output here. Do the time charge, so there is no time charge limit, and all the values have been reset, including the low voltage protection. Goes to the next one, just hold it. It goes. Amazing, it was much better than Android. Let me connect a phone for charging.